From what I see, it continues to get better. Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of D2R. The good old developers from Vicarious Visions are bringing us an update to what they are doing with Diablo 2 Resurrected based upon the feedback from their alpha. And they are some pretty decent changes, I have to admit. And yes, you heard that right. I don't give Blizzard credit for this game. It's Vicarious Visions that are doing all the work. And even though they were acquired by Blizzard and technically they are Blizzard, they are still separate in my mind, if that makes sense. So let's break down these changes they're doing. As always, I will share my thoughts. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to support smaller channels. All right, let's jump right into this. Right now, we are on the official Blizzard website under News. Diablo 2 Resurrected Technical Alpha Learnings. Now, this entire thing is linked in the description below if you want to go and read it for yourself. The reason why I say that is because a lot of this I am not going to cover and not going to read. Anytime I break down a Blizzard communication, I kind of skip all the fan service. Literally the first 3 paragraphs of this thing are, thank you all for watching the live streams. Thank you all for the feedback from the alpha. Thank you all for anybody supporting us. We're trying to bring you a great product. We appreciate all that, but we want to hear the meat and potatoes, and that is why we're going to jump all the way down here to VFX Updates, starting with lightning. The sorceress may use lightning, a powerful skill which shoots a bolt of electricity from the sorceress's fingertips. Based on community feedback, the lightning VFX has been enhanced with a wider and thicker visualization that is more reminiscent of the original VFX. That is great, but unfortunately, they didn't show it here. But what they did break down was Blizzard. I literally made this video because of this. I can't believe how good it looks. The sorceress may summon an ice storm to rain down cold death onto her enemies. Like lightning, the VFX for this spell has also been adjusted to better capture the destructive force of the original. Now the original, you can see it's like two different things falling. It's like a spike and then like, you know, a bigger ball falling down. Original, alpha kind of comes mid-screen and falls down, and then the final product after the alpha. Wow! The alpha version looks terrible. The final version looks amazing. And I like how it comes from like outside the screen in. I like it. Very impressive. Holy Freeze. Using this aura, the paladin can consistently slow and freeze enemies in near proximity. The VFX for this AoE aura has been updated to better represent the distinct wispiness and the colors from the original game. The VFX for when monsters are damaged or immobilized by spells, cold spells, poison, or other status effects underwent a color revision based on community feedback. And here is what Holy Aura looks like now. Okay, for Holy Freeze, this is what Holy Freeze looks like now. So you can kind of see it. Kind of looks like, you know, a little bit of like mist, almost like smoke coming out, and then you can tell, obviously, based upon the colors, that, you know, these people are dealing with cold, the enemies. Another example. Third example. Very nice, very impressive from a visual perspective. I mean, at least from what we've seen so far, I'm actually blown away. There's plenty more to come in this video, but first, if you're new here, welcome. Obviously, you have stumbled upon the coolest ARPG site on YouTube, so please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know anytime I drop a video. We also have a full merch store on the channel available under the store tab. Lastly, we have officially dropped memberships for the channel, 5 tiers available. It is the best way to support me and my journey on YouTube. As always, thank you all for the support. Now we're going to move over to the animation updates, or I would like to call small tweaks, starting with mana and health. The speed of the animation when mana and health return to your character now better align with the filling of the health and mana globes. Small tweak, but important. Icon updates. Item colors. The color of the scroll gem and potion icons have been amplified to bring out the more brilliant colors, bring more attention to the focus points, and add clarity to the image. Now, I really want to focus on the potion, okay? Original potion, alpha potion, and now this is the technical alpha after the technical alpha potion. To me, when I see this, obviously this is the best version, but it's basically in between these two. And I think that's what happened, is that this is supposed to be a very dark and gritty game. And a lot of the things that they had in the alpha were kind of too bright. You know, they didn't feel like they fit inside Diablo 2, especially a, remastered D2. So you'll notice that in here, it's not as bright. It's a little more gritty. It's actually in between the two is the finished. And it's almost the exact same for the gems. So you got the originals and you got the alpha. See how they're so much brighter? And then they kind of reel that in a little bit. And now it's in between these two. A little darker, but they're more detailed. Okay. Skulls are a little different. People didn't like that they weren't white anymore. And that's ultimately what happened there. See how they're very white here? And then they're kind of now, is that kind of like bronze? I don't know. Got a little tint to them. They went back to them looking white. All right, more like the original. And then last, weapons, armor, quest items, charms. Here, very detail work. For the most part, I don't think you will notice too much, but again, details go pretty far. You can tell that you could see kind of more in it, the browning at the top. I mean, it looks really, really good. Vicarious Visions is doing a very nice job on this Resurrected title. Now we're going to move over to quality of life improvements, starting with accessibility. And I think we can all agree more options are better. Check this out. From auto gold pickup, larger font models, UI scaling for PC players, all we care about is PC. And the gamma/contrast settings to enhance readability, we've taken strides to equip players with customizable options to suit their needs. Yes. Listen to the community, the feedback, options are good, I love it. With these options, player may tweak the visibility of their HUD and graphics, finding the ideal balance between beautiful and gritty, or whatever their preference may be. We'll be touching on our efforts to make Diablo 2 Resurrected more accessible in a later, more detailed blog post. Now, it's so interesting, I was going to talk about this at the end, but I'm just going to do it now. All I ask for when I follow a studio, listen to your community. That's it. Have active members from the studio monitoring the forums, the Discord, listening to what we are saying. And if you make changes based upon the community, you're never going to be able to make everybody happy, but the majority, you will always end up good on the other side. Most of the time. Just listen to us. We want the game to be good. User interface settings. Item names toggle update. We heard you loud and clear, and now you can choose to have your item names be toggled on or off with the press of a button, or keep the original press and hold method. We leave it at your discretion. Go to the user interface settings to toggle item names on or off. That is an amazing quality of life. I don't know why anybody would keep it the old way unless truly you plan on playing the game 100% the old way, which is okay. After careful deliberation, the shared stash tab, I don't need to read this. They moved it from one shared stash tab to now 3, and each stash tab is 100 slots. They gave us 1, they knew that wasn't going to be enough, so now we have 3. Okay. Compare tooltips toggle update. The compare tooltip on every item can now be toggled on or off in the user interface settings under show item tooltip hotkeys. Many players thought this prompt added unnecessary clutter to the HUD. I'm okay with that. Auto map improvements. The auto map has been enabled. Players can better navigate the game by providing a faint overlay of their level by clicking the tab key. I love that. That's what all ARPGs use. We've implemented new assets to improve the readability of the auto map. For example, the faint overlay color has been tweaked so they don't blend too much into the game world that the player is exploring. Okay. Map setting options update. The initial map settings caused some confusion in the technical alpha. Now there will be a single map option with 3 settings. These settings will be left mini-lap, right mini-lap, and center full screen. Simply enable your preference for how you want the map to be displayed. Options. Listening to the community. How am I talking about a Blizzard game? I love it because Vicarious Visions is doing everything. Miscellaneous updates. This is all we got and we're out of here. They added a clock. So now you can see why you're not asleep in the wee hours of the night. Loading screen. This is interesting. And this is something that I used to run into all the time playing D2 back in the day. Characters will no longer spawn in a hostile place until the game is fully loaded, preventing characters from getting attacked or harmed during the loading screen. Additionally, the overall load times will be faster. Interesting. Audio change. Based on community feedback, we've removed extra grunts and yelps that were initially added. So that is what they did. And then the and more and the what's next, like, you don't need to read any of that. That's all fan service stuff. It's in the description below if you want to go through and check it out. These are all the updates that they have put into D2R. And I have to say, I like it. I'm impressed. It makes me more excited to play this game when it drops later this year. All right, everyone, that's the video. I have 2 questions for you. 1, are you happy with the changes that they made after the technical alpha? Question 2, do you plan on playing D2R? Let me know in the comment section below. If you haven't joined the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We're now over 1,000 members, great conversations every day. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together, so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is in the description. I hope you all enjoyed this D2R video. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.